I just wanted to take a minute to walk through how to do the altitude versus lift exercise. Now, basic layout here is we have a set of data. We need to create a graph. We want to use a scatter plot. And then we want to just look at the data and see what it might be telling us about how lift and altitude are related. Now, we're just pulling that from the data. We don't know, aren't studying aerodynamics, just looking at what the data tells us. I'm going to go through this using Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel, and then I'll go through it using Google Docs and Google Sheets. First step, I'm going to copy the data table, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it into Microsoft Excel. Once it's there, now I'm going to go through, I'm going to highlight the data, nothing but the data, just the data. I'm going to go up to Insert on the ribbon bar. And I'll come over here where it says Scatter Plot. I don't want a line graph. I want a scatter plot. I like the one that's dots joined by lines. I just like it. Now it brought in a title automatically. It said lift in pounds. That's fine. I could say something else, could modify it. Make sure I put my units in there. I could do that instead. What I am missing though is I'm missing my x-axis labels and my y-axis label and my units. So I need to add those. So I'm going to click on the chart. Now you notice when I click on the chart, I get a couple extra features up here in the ribbon bar. When I click away, they go away. So when I click on the chart, I have a design tab, a format tab, and I have a design tab. Now I'm going to use the design tab here. I'm going to come over to where it says quick layout. And if I click on that, I have some options. So just to go through that again, I clicked on the chart chart tools came up. I went to the design tab, then I went over to quick layout. Now there are some options here that have some very common things that people would like to see on their graphs. I like layout 1. I'll go ahead and click on that. I've got a chart title. I've got a key over here. I've had multiple lines. And then I have a spot for my axis titles where I can also put my units. So on the x-axis, I'm going to go ahead and write altitude, write that in feet. And on the y-axis, I'll go ahead and write lift. And I'll write that in pounds. I'll spell that good. Okay. And next. All right. So there's my graph all done. Now I just need to copy and go back to my Word document and go down to the spot for it. Now I need to paste it in. Now remember, when I paste it in, there are 3 different options. I could, for example, use the snipping tool and stick it in there as a picture. There's an option to paste it as a picture that Microsoft has built in. If I do that, I can't edit it later. The other 2 basic options are I can link the data back to the spreadsheet, or I can embed the data into the Word document. If I link the data back to the spreadsheet, then changes I make in the spreadsheet automatically push out to the Word document. If I embed the workbook, then I can still edit the graph later, but the data is tied directly into the Word document, and I don't have to worry about messing it up if I change messing up the graph if I change the values in the spreadsheet. This linking can be nice if I want to go update the data later and then have those charts automatically update in my Word documents. But for this case, I recommend I'm going to go ahead and pick the embed workbook. Now there's keep source formatting, there's use destination theme. Doesn't matter. What matters is I'm going to embed the workbook in the Word document. So I click on that. And hey, there we go. We got a graph. Notice I can change things and click things. I have options here because it's embedded. Now, if I come down here, I just have this question to answer and save this and upload it, and it's good to go. The other thing I can do that I want to show you is if I'm using Google Docs, I can open up a blank document, and then I can go up to where it says, open, and I'm going to upload a file. And I'm going to go altitude versus lift. I let it think about it. Now when it comes in, looks the same. General procedure is the same. I'll go ahead and I'm going to copy my data table. I'm going to pull up Google Sheets. Go ahead and open up a blank one. And I'll go ahead and paste that in there. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight just the data, nothing but the data, only the data. I'm going to go up to where it says Insert. I'm going to go down to Chart. There's also an Insert Chart button up over here, but I like to go to Insert Chart. Now, Google Sheets attempts to apply some intelligence here, and it has assumed that I would like these to be my axis labels, and then maybe a combination of these to be my chart title. And it's automatically detected that these are all numbers as opposed to strings, and so it's picked the scatter chart for me. And it looks like this, and that happens to be exactly what I want. Brilliant. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy that. And I'll come back over to my document and I'll go ahead and paste it. Now, when I paste it, Google asks me a question. Do you want to paste it unlinked? If I choose that option, Google pastes it like a photo. I can't edit it later. If I paste it linked, then the data is linked back to the spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and paste it linked. Now, if I do that and I go back to the spreadsheet and I make a change, for example, I go ahead and I delete a whole bunch of data, that changed the graph there, but that change didn't automatically push out to the graph in the document. That's nice. If I click on it, the document, they're communicating, so it tells the document, hey, there is a change, but Google makes me asks me first, hey, did you want to update that data back from the spreadsheet or not? If I go ahead and click update, well, it's linked, so it goes back and updates the graph based on the change I made. If I undo the change, I can come back and I can update the graph again, and hey, look, the graph is back the way it was. So it's a nice feature there. After that, I just answer the question and then submit this, and we're done.